All right, Colin, we're live. Shouts to Flanky and Edia who made it here very early today. How is everybody doing? Blunder is here. Not here. Blunder is, I will show you, in the SPL chat. Let me move this.
Blunder is one of the managers.
He's a manager?
He is. I'm pretty sure he's one of the managers of the Tyrants. He was last year.
They're the defending champs, right?
No.
Shows what I know.
The champions last year were the whatever team had McMegan, which was
Congregation of the Classiest.
Yeah.
I saw a really cool post. I'm trying to figure out where it was. That like Gold Mason and some people put together of like rookies and like ranking them in terms of like a point system. That was pretty cool. Did you read through that?
I only glanced at it. I know they did it last year too. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I wanted to show it. Now I don't know where it is.
I can probably find it. It's going to be on the Flying Press.
Okay, I'm going under articles. Excuse me. 2025 rookie. SPL 16 pre-tournament series catching up with the SPL, but this is for 15. Yeah, this was released in 2024. This is 16. I know this exists. I read it.
Well, I was pretty high on the one last year, just for the record.
Did you get drafted last year?
Nope, I did not sign up last year.
So you were scouted as like a high prospect, but you didn't even declare for the draft.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I stayed for another year of college. Didn't really pay off, but we'll see.
Nice. I think we're starting soon. We might not even have time. We might have to just jump in.
Oh yeah, it probably is starting.
Okay. So Colin, you're here largely because you're a cool, sick, awesome, chill guy, but also because you know things beyond simply ADV, which I don't. I couldn't tell you a single thing. I know Blunder is a content creator and they're a manager for another team and they play primarily other gens. And that's about where...
Yeah, well, Blunder used to be one of the best players on the site. Like he's not just a YouTuber, he was a legit player.
Right. I know that. I'm aware of that. I don't mean to... Yeah. So ABR is still doing it. He's still doing it, right? Dragon Spiral Tyrants?
He's managing, yeah. He's been managing SPL. He, I guess winning SPL as a manager is like the last thing that he really has to do, I guess you could say.
So he's... I'm guessing he's won as a player, but not as a manager?
He has won as a player, yeah.
I was going to say, like, oh, okay, so, you know, like, our small little ADV tournaments, you know, not cool enough anymore for ABR, but SPL, like, that's... I get it. At some point, you're like, I'm really only going to do one thing, and you probably pick the biggest thing of the year.
Yeah, he definitely has gotten to the point of his Mon's career where he's very selective about what he does. I think, like, he knows that he has, like, such a huge reputation that, like, if he's going to do something, he wants to really dedicate himself to, like, one thing.
Right.
And do his best at it. And so this, I mean, he played in the Smogon Champions League this year, which is like SPL, except it's only current gen. So it's like all the current gen tiers. And he played Scarlet and Violet OU and won like 10-0 or whatever.
10-0.
I think he went. I mean, he might have had one loss. I think he had one loss, but yeah, he had a crazy good record.
That's so crazy.
And that was like his first time seriously playing that tier, I'm pretty sure. So
that's wild, man. I only say these things because like I joined the scene and ABR like immediately starts like dominating like most events, and then he's like then he hangs it up. It's kind of like, oh shit, we're live. This is it. Okay, so for people who haven't, I've watched one draft before. I kind of understand how this works, but Colin, can you just kind of like explain roughly what is going to happen and how this is going to work?
Okay, so we got 10 teams. They all start with 140,000 credits.
Yeah,
they're called, I guess,
to spend on the players, right?
And so it'll go in like a snake draft where a team nominates a player, and then everyone has the opportunity to bid on the player that is nominated in increments of 500, and every player starts at a minimum of 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much it. You have to fill there's going to be 12 slots that are starters. You have to have a minimum roster of 15, I think it is.
So there's 12 like actual like formats per week. You have like 12 actual matches a week. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Four of the slots are Scarlet and Violet OU, and then there's one each of every other generation's OU. So RBY, OU, GSC, ADV, etc.
And we can see that, and I'm sure I don't think we have to get super into like the rules regarding retains.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're allowed to retain certain players that were on your team last year. You have to pay a certain amount. And that's why, for example, the Dragon Spiral Tyrants have a lot fewer credits because they retained these 3 players, including Shitrock, Enjoyer, Ferdazi. I'm also seeing Endil being retained. And those are the only 2 like ADV players that I recognize. So it looks like every other like ADV main that will be chosen, I would imagine that's going to be
still in the draft.
Yeah.
The retains are actually quite simple. It's just it's a minimum of 10,000 to retain someone, but it's based on what they were drafted for last year. So it's a minimum of 10,000, or it's whatever they were last year plus 3,000. So, for example, if you were a 3,000 last year and you're retained, you'll be 10,000. But if, say, you cost 10,000 last year and you're retained, it'll be 13,000. Which obviously, like, if you get good retains, that's a massive, massive advantage in the drafts.
Yeah, and Gary Oak, the first player to be drafted here. And interestingly, you don't just get to it's all an auction. So when it's your turn, the only advantage of a turn is you get to pick who is going to be up for auction. You get to pick
who is nominated. There's some strategy behind it. Like if you can like there's someone who's going to cost a lot, but you don't really want them. That's like somebody that a lot of people will use their nomination on early in the draft.
So Gary Oak,
just to get opposing managers' credits, like out of the way a little bit.
Yeah, try to force them to spend, and maybe later on you can get the person that you want a little bit cheaper because they're pressured by how many credits they have remaining.
Exactly.
How much is a lot? I know it's all relative, but like.
So the most expensive player will probably be somewhere a little bit above 30,000. That'll be my guess. Maybe like 35,000.
Wow.
That'll be like the most expensive player, but like the average player will be only like, when it's all said and done, I guess. I mean, what's 140,000 divided by 15? Like 8 or something. So that'll be the average player, but and I mean, you'll see obviously the first people getting drafted, it'll be people who are like a really big deal, and they'll get a lot spent on them, and then the end of the draft will be probably mostly just people going for 3K.
So Gary ends up going
once somebody gets above like 15, that's like a pretty, that's a pretty good amount to spend. You want that person to be like, you're relying on them as one of your top players. Anything over like 15, I'd say.
And what different tiers does Gary Oak play?
Gary is like a jack of all trades, kind of. He's definitely done like a lot of different things. He's been playing ADV a lot lately, actually, and doing really well. I don't know if he's going to play ADV in this tournament or not. He could, and he would probably do really well because he's very, very good Mons player. But I think mostly he's probably more known for Fairy Generations.
So
I think last year
yeah.
he might have. I think last year he actually played Scarlet Violet in SPL. I could like look into this too.
So for the managers, like when you're crafting your lineup against the opposing team's lineup in a given week, it's all blind, right? Like you might have like
Correct.
Gary Oak and Ferdazi, and the opponent might have like, I don't know, H-Clad and River, and you're like, okay, well I don't know which between H-Clad and River are gonna play ADV. So like you
That's
just have
true.
to kind of set your lineup and hope that you get the matchup that you want.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, usually it's going to be pretty obvious, like generally what the lineups are going to look like. Because, if somebody has, say, H-Clat and Gary,
well, like
and then
H-Clad
they
is
have, like,
he's like my
H-Clad can
goat, but he's
only
also
play
kind of
ADV.
one trick.
Right, exactly. Technically he has played DPP multiple times in SPL, which is a funny thing.
Has he really?
He has. He
Has
was
he
kind
ever
of
won?
forced into those positions. He did not win. But yeah, he was sort of forced into that.
That's
but yeah,
advantage.
like the point is, like, if you have an H-Clat, you know that they can only play ADV, so that's going to be the team's ADV slot.
Beluga in the chat saying River seems to be going for RBY this year. She seems down on ADV at the moment. I haven't really seen River around that much.
Yeah, I know she said things. She's not enjoying ADV as much. She did do. I thought she looked really good in the Gymvitational though, which might have re-sparked some of her interest in ADV.
God, that feels like forever ago.
But yeah, I know she has focused on RBY. I don't know if she'll be bought for sure or not.
So another thing I wanted to ask
Serpy is the best RBY player in the pool this year. This person's probably going to go for a lot.
So they're the best player like that wasn't retained, or just straight up like you think they're the strongest RBY player like period right now?
I think most people just think that Serpy is the best RBYer in the pool, at least. Yeah, just like period, the best RBY player.
Dope. Is BKC playing this year? I would guess not.
He is not. He sounded like he was going back and forth on it a while, but he is not playing.
He's making a movie, folks. That takes a lot of time and energy.
He played last year and did really well because he is very, very good.
Did he play any ADV?
He did not. He played only DPP last year. Went like 6-2 or something.
Fair. Okay, my next question for you, Colin, is Serpy is getting bidded up to the mid 20,000s right now. Who do you expect to like almost definitely be drafted in ADV? I mean, again, there's 10 teams, right? So there's spots for like 10 starters. If like nobody loses their starting spot, we have like Ferdazi, Endil. I imagine he's a flex pick. Do you think
Endil is going to play ADV?
ADV.
Sure.
Okay, so that's 2 of the 10 starters. Gary Oak can play a lot, so he might play some ADV. McMegan isn't on Congregation though. Did they just not retain McMegan, or was McMegan?
McMegan is unfortunately currently tournament banned from Smogon.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a potential ADV player right here, M Dragon.
Oh shit, yeah.
He doesn't have to play ADV, but I suspect he probably will.
I recently learned who's I talking to that told me that M Dragon has been around for like a long time, like playing like
M Dragon is
battle
like
shit.
Yeah, he's a true OG of competitive Pokemon. Like definitely been playing since like, and he has an awesome thread on the ADV Smogon forums actually, where he like goes through like some of the like history of popular teams from way back then. It's a really, really good read, actually. as he's going, wow, straight to 30,000. This is actually pretty crazy. Like, okay, so M Dragon, he is the thing about him is that he can play any of the classic generations at a super high level. So that's something that's valuable.
Yeah.
Knowing that you can flex him where he's needed. If somebody is struggling in a spot
Oh my god,
or
he's
anything
going for
like that.
33K right now.
Plus, like, he's somebody with a ton of experience, so like you could trust him in like a tiebreak situation, things like that. I did not expect him to go for this much. This is a pretty crazy.
Holy shit, bro. This is like,
especially since he has not been very active lately. This is not what I would have expected. But like I said, he is just like one of the best players of all time.
God.
So you can't
this is a
super
quarter of
argue
their
against
budget.
it.
This is like straight up like 25% of your entire salary cap right here. This is basically like drafting LeBron in his prime, I guess. Holy shit. 36K. There has to be a record.
People have gone for like over 40 before.
1K per year on Earth. This is crazy.
I suspect this will be the highest price a player goes for today, which I would not have expected pre-draft.
Will we see 38? 3 seconds left. No, Congregation of the Classiest gets him for 37,500. Holy shit.
So we were talking about, let's see, let me...
And they stack Gary Oak and M Dragon. Those are two of the best ADVers on the same team.
Wait, which one did he go to? Oh, he went to the
Congregation.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a strategy that like some managers really like, is to just get like three, like 2 or 3 or 4 like true aces, and then just kind of fill out the team cheaply. Which it seemed, honestly, that seems like a pretty good strategy in my experience watching these tournaments. Who's this? ZS. I don't really know this person. I think they're probably just an SV player.
Okay, so getting back to that question, because M Dragon started going and we switched gears. Gary Oak, M Dragon, Fredazi, and Dill. Those are like
ADV players. Yeah. I don't think
ADV
Gary
players.
will play ADV. I think he'll probably more likely play some sort of fairy gen.
Okay.
So other ADVers, for sure, Triangles.
Yeah.
Triangles is like a true SPL mainstay in ADV, and he had a really good year last year. So I think another person who's pretty guaranteed to start in ADV is Prinz, who just won Revival. And he's like a super long time player as well, who hadn't played much ADV like at all lately, but did have like years ago he went like 9-3 in ADV in SPL, which is an amazing record, obviously.
Have people gone undefeated in ADV before?
I'm trying to think in ADV if anyone ever has. I mean, I'm sure they have. I mean, obviously people have gone like 1-0, 2-0, things like that, but
right.
like a full year starting.
Yeah.
I know ABR went a few years ago. ABR played ADV and SPL, and I think he went 10-1.
I was like looking through. This was a while ago, but I looked through. Oh my god, is this is Star Master, right? 31K.
Star Master, yes. He's gonna play Black and White this year. He just won the Black and White Invitational. And Star is another guy who can play literally any generation, which is a useful thing in tiebreak situations, obviously.
When a tiebreak happens, like how does it determine which games are used?
So the way it works right now, because sometimes it changes, but the way it works right now is that there's guaranteed there will be a Scarlet and Violet OU game, and then each team will pick a tier.
Okay. So they get to pick basically. So like having somebody who can like really dominate their tier is like super useful for tiebreaker because
it's definitely definitely that. Plus, like what I was saying with people who can play multiple generations, it means like you can defend against the opponent's choice better. Like
Right.
if you have someone like a Star who you trust in any tier, that applies to like M Dragon as well, obviously.
Jonald
36 for
asking,
Star.
how does tiers not played work? I actually know this, and if
Yeah,
you say you can't play a tier, then you are
Yeah.
not allowed to play in that tier.
Yes, unless you go for 3K, I think. I think if, although
Really?
no, I think they got rid of that. I think they got rid of that rule. Actually,
I was reading through it. Yeah,
rule.
like you can only play tiers that you explicitly declare that you can play. So Star Master is only allowed to play black and white, apparently.
Until playoffs, I think.
Oh, really?
In playoffs, you can play any tier, but yeah.
Star has every tier not played. That's a good,
except for
good
black
point.
and white. Yeah.
So I guess this time, and he went for 36K for only black and white. So that says a lot, I think,
Right.
about people's
So
opinion of his
here's
ability.
Lax, who, by the way, might play ADV. Lax is like he's known for fairy generations, and he's got like an insanely good sheet record. So he's probably going to be pretty expensive. And I think ultimately he'll just end up playing like Sun and Moon or whatever. But he did sign up with having DPP and ADV as his tiers played.
Mm-hmm.
And he has played ADV at a pretty high level in the past. So he's potentially someone who could play ADV. I don't really think he will, but he could.
Who else? Oh, Solwind is up. Yo.
Solwind, yeah.
They're only playing Scarlet and Violet, which is
well.
But
I think he'll probably end up. He'll play black and white.
Yeah.
I think is what'll happen. Solwind is like pretty well. I mean, he's one of the best Pokemon singles players ever. Period. But he's pretty well agreed upon to be the best, in particular, black and white OU player ever. And he plays it pretty much every year in SPL and does well.
And they did say ADV not played. So,
Right.
Okay, so we have Gary Oak / M Dragon playing ADV, one of the two. Fradazi,
Right.
Endil.
Fradazi, Endil. I mentioned triangles.
Yeah, Prinz. You mentioned Prinz.
I think Scarferum.
Yeah.
Probably going to get a chance to start again this year in ADV.
Mm-hmm.
He won ADV Cup, which is, one of the more clouded ADV tours of the year that you can win. So I think he's going to get a chance to start again, for sure.
What do you think, like, in terms of like public like opinion, like perception, like what's like is there like a Super Bowl of ADV? Is there like they won this? Or is it just like doing best in SPL? Like what does that look like in your opinion?
I think the best thing you can possibly do is doing really well on SPL. This is the most competitive tournament of the year on this website.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, going 5-4 in SPL, that means you're like, one of the best players on the website.
Right. Just the fact that you can go even versus the other best players on the website.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So if you do really well in SPL, I think that's the best thing you can possibly do. Other than that, I think Invitational, which now is Gymvitational, for a long time was Cal's Invitational. I think that's probably the second best, maybe third best, and then ADV Cup. Because ADV Cup it's a single elimination tour, which kind of sucks, but it's the one ADV tournament of the year that everyone pretty much will enter. So winning that is definitely a huge, huge deal.
Solwyn goes for 27,000 credits. Is that a little low? Like, is that lower than you might have expected?
No, that's probably around where he goes every year. I mean, the guy's going for 36, 37. That's more than I would have expected.
Okay,
so
those are like.
I guess that's just like. Yeah, I mean, every draft is different.
And like
So
all
I
the
guess
great
that's
players
just
can't go for
for
30K plus, just
exactly
because of like how math works. Eventually, people have
And
to.
I mean, especially after people have already gone for 36 and 37.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who are
And
some
so
like?
okay, so other
Yeah.
ADV players. Let's see. I think Jonald has a pretty good chance to be a starter. He like had like a 6-2 record in ADVPL. I think he went 6-2 in ROAPL as well. He was semi-finalist, I think, in ADV Cup or finalist. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I remember he got really far.
And the fact that he's like an up and comer, that's like good for him. A lot managers are more. I think they're more likely to like take a look at someone like Jonald as opposed to somebody who has already been in SPL but has been not amazing in SPL. So I think Jonald has a really good chance. So here's Fakes, who also Fakes I think is probably like agreed upon best ADV player right now.
And he's listed that he would play literally any gen.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to start in ADV or not. He says that he wants to play Black and White or GSC, I think is what he said. And he is he's amazing at Black and White as well, and DPP. He's amazing. He's one of those guys who's ridiculously good Pokemon player. I think ADV is his best tier. So for that reason, you might, start him in his best tier. But we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
I think the ADV pool, people said that it looked weaker than in previous years, but then like M Dragon and Triangles ended up signing up at the end, and now I think it's like a really, really good pool. So I don't know if it needs Fakes to start. Again, Fakes is someone who, if you did draft someone less proven for ADV and then they start like not doing well, you could put Fakes in ADV, and you're secure that way. So Fakes is probably going to go. I think he's probably going to go like 30 something.
Yeah, someone was like, "This is cheap as fuck for Fakes." God damn. It's weird to say that in the middle of the draft. I mean, I guess it was just only iterating up slowly, but we're still moving up to 27 here. Who are the other like fringe like hopefuls that like could plausibly get drafted that we're going to be cheering for? Like, does Null have like is there a world where like Null or like you or Z Panther?
Yeah, maybe. There's like a lot of people who are like on that fringe. There's Jabba the Griffin, River, I think is kind of on the fringe just because she did not do well in her debut SPL last year.
And she brought Camerupt or whatever the fuck made 80
she brought
BKC.
She brought Slacking twice, which I think, and the second time was the last time she played.
I remember live commentating the one that she brought it against. I think she brought it against McMegan, and she like encored Dragon Dancing Tyranitar, and I like lost my shit. But then she like lost the game, so it would have been a lot. It would have felt a lot cooler, I bet, if she won.
But yeah, like
33K for Fakes. Holy shit.
Null, Z Panther, Spreek, they definitely have a chance. Yeah. Okay. Scarfarum. So he's really good at GSC as well. I think he's another guy who's like, so he started out as an SD player, I think, is where he like broke through originally. And then a couple years ago, he picked up ADV and like immediately pretty quickly went on that like insane ladder run where he got 2036 ELO or whatever.
Yeah, that's fucking like goated. So the person like bidding 3.5 is just like memeing, right? Like, or does it always go that way? I want to see what Scarf started.
It just kind of depends. Some people
went 4 and
will
then
just
10
take.
for Scarf.
Sometimes managers will like slowly increment it up, even on people who
like will clearly be going.
They'll go for a lot,
yeah.
But sometimes people will just take the Georgie approach there, where they'll just say 10 immediately, just to like move things along. It just kind of depends.
Okay, any other
I don't know if I missed anyone else who's on the fringe.
Like fringe
Milky.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Milky got he got drafted last year, which is a good sign for his chances this year. Tetra did not actually get to play at all last year because he was supporting Pack, who did pretty well.
Tetra's asking, can we briefly explain the format? Each team plays some number of players, one game of SV, and each team picks one other gen to play. That's only for tiebreakers. Like for normal, like regular season weeks of SPL, every format is played. So like every gen OU.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 9, or is there a 10th one? Because there's 9 gens of OU, but I thought there was like 10 slots.
There's 12 slots. So
okay.
There's 4 SVOU slots, and then one of each of every other gen.
Okay. And then if there's a tiebreaker, then it's going to be 3 games, best of 3. SVOU is always played, and then each team picks one format. So if you have like, if you have M Dragon, then maybe you send him in as your ADV, and if somebody else has,
Yeah. So the way it works, I think I have this right. Is that okay? So it's team 1 picks a tier, then oh god, okay, I don't know.
we don't actually know anything.
I'm trying to think of the order of how it's done, because so you have to pick a tier, and then I can't remember if the other team picks a tier or if the first team that picked a tier picks their player for that tier, and then the other team picks their player for that tier. Order of
operations, yeah.
Yeah. See, because you have to declare what player you're using and stuff too, and I can't remember the order exactly for that. So X-Ray, this guy is like one of the best ORS players. I think that's what he plays like every year.
That's Gen 6.
Mm-hmm. Gen 6 OU.
And then 7 is Sword and Shield.
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon.
Sword and Shield is Gen 8.
Yeah, I played Gens 8 and 9 casually, but until then, after Gen 4, I stopped. So I didn't play Gens 5 or 6 or 7 casually. So there's like a huge gap in even like my casual like understanding of these tiers.
Oh, another person I just realized I didn't mention for ADV is Mayo. I think Mayo has a pretty good chance to start. She looked really good in Invitational and had like a really pretty dominant ADV PL last year as well. And she also was drafted last year, which always, gives you a good chance to be drafted again. Is there anyone else that I haven't mentioned who I think has a pretty good chance? I don't know. I think I mentioned them all now.
So I guess taking a second to look at these teams so far. I mean, obviously we're very early. There's a lot of credits that need to be spent. A lot of players need to be drafted. But if you could be one of these teams like right now, based on their current lineups, like which one would you be like, yeah, I would just pick up where they're at right now and manage that team?
So the Tyrants had really strong retains, which helps, and then they immediately got Vert and Solwind, which is two, amazing players.
Yeah, again. This is just those 3 players. I don't know these 2, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's, and I was talking about the strat where you just pick up like 3 aces and then just fill out the team cheaply. That is kind of what the Tyrants are known for. Ray Scarface has been managing the Tyrants for a long time, and I think he's won 3 SPLs as a manager, maybe 2, maybe 3, and something like that. Yeah. He's like pretty well agreed upon to be the best manager in the history of Smogon.
Oh shit, he's like the Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he
without
totally
the 20-year-old girlfriend.
That's the team that ABR and Blunder are co-managing as well.
Okay. Yeah,
they had Solwind last year as well. And somewhat controversially ended up sending Solwind into tiebreak in ADV instead of Ferdazi. And Solwind got destroyed by McMegan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that game. I think that was semifinals tiebreak. That was semifinals tiebreak, and McMegan pulled up with the Geneva Convention, actually. And found the matchup, and Miss Trevis killed like all Pokemon. Finchinator, by the way.
Yeah, Finch
He's-
goes for 20K.
Finch obviously is also one of the best players on the website, and he'll either play Scarlet Violet or Black and White. Usually he plays Black and White in SPL. I talked about how Solwind is like the agreed upon best Black and White player ever. Finch is probably the agreed upon number 2
Oh,
best
I didn't
Black
know
and White
that.
player ever.
I thought Finch was just like, like the ultimate like Reddit moderator guy who just got promoted to.
You know what? That's so
running
funny. You're totally not the only person who thinks that.
Because I only know him from like Twitter. I just see him like arguing with people.
I think most people actually just assume he's Mr. Smogon and not like an incredibly accomplished tournament player. But yeah, he is that as well.
Today I learned. My bad. Yeah, my bad, Finch. I didn't know you had it like that, my guy.
Yeah, no. If you've ever looked at the official team tours overall spreadsheet, which is just combined SPL, SCL, and World Cup, and if you ever hear somebody referring to the sheet, just the sheet.
The sheet, yeah.
That is the sheet that they're talking about, and Finch is like 5th all time in wins on that. So,
I was gonna bring this up because I think I was looking at the sheet. I was like literally trying to bring this up like a minute ago, and I looked at McMegan's record and I was like, okay, this guy is just like the GOAT, the ADV GOAT, because nobody else was even close. Like his number of wins.
I know the one you're talking about. That was the Smogon Classic sheet. Just
okay.
Only ADV Cup history. ADV Cup historically, that is the McMegan tournament. Yeah.
The McMegan Invitational.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, here I'll actually link you the sheet.
Holy shit. This guy, I don't know who this guy is, but he's going for 39 fucking K right now.
Oh, word. I'm not even looking.
BBEEAA.
Oh, B, yeah. B is sort of enigmatic. He's like been on and on again, off again, banned from the website. But when he's not banned, he's like the best Fairy Gens player on the website.
And he goes to the Wi-Fi Wolfpack for 39.5K.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the sheet that I just linked to you, B is he's got like one of the best win rates. He's got like a 70% win rate or something, which is just insane. He's 45-17, which is 72.58%.
Okay, this is the sheet.
The sheet.
Okay, so there are people with like stronger win rates, but so this is ordered by overall like number of wins.
Yeah, right.
And then SPL overall.
You can kind of choose which is more important to you. Obviously, like being someone who is in every single tournament is going to lower your win rate generally.
Right.
Just because you're playing you're playing against the best players. But like, I mean, I think overall, like the most impressive is ABR because he's got an insane number of games and his win rate is that high.
Let's take another look. Find ABR here. Yeah, that is actually true. Is it literally just the highest fucking win rate? I sorted the wrong
It's not
way.
the highest win rate, but it's for that number of games.
I'm trying here.
So yeah, okay, I'm catching up because I looked away from the draft too. Storm Zone went for 25. He's SV player, like one of the best SV players. Santu, I'm pretty sure this person plays Oras mostly. Oraz.
The sheet is like not capable of sorting like percentages. Look at the net wins. That's a good point.
Yeah, ABR for net wins, ABR is the best.
I'm just
he's the top. I remember actually. I congratulated ABR on getting to plus 50 on the sheet, and you were like, "What are you talking about?" This is what we were referring to.
Yeah, I don't know why this is so broken, but I'll take your word for it that ABR is the GOAT. Got it. It was definitely some other sheet I was looking at where like McMegan was just like clearly like 3 degrees beyond anyone else.
That was definitely the ADV Cup sheet.
Santu, another player I haven't heard of, goes for 32.5. Just like the amount of knowledge you would have to be a manager and like understand the relative values of these players across 9 separate generations is fucking crazy.
Yeah, being an SPL manager is definitely no joke. Like, it's a lot of work if you want to like do it well.
I've heard many stories of certain people being managers, and you know, just I don't know. I've just heard about like drama and stuff, and people expecting certain things from people, and lack of communication, and I'm sure that happens all the time. Because I mean, this is like you said, kind of like the highest pressure, most like prestigious team tournament, and
yeah, SPL has just assorted drama every year. Definitely one of the things it's known for, honestly. Just because it's a thing on the internet, and it's a thing that a lot of people care a lot about. Triangles.
nice.
Probably going to go for somewhere between 15 and 20 is my guess. Like I said, Triangles had a really strong year this past year. He played in SPL last year and looked really good. He ended up only finishing 5-2 because he sat out the last 2 weeks because his team let him down big time.
Damn.
So he let someone else play ADV the last 2 weeks.
Ray Scarface saying
and then
last
he got third
ADV.
place. And then he got third place. Yeah, Ray Scarface is just
Is he memeing? Is he saying that this is like the last like truly great ADV player left to be drafted?
He could be saying that. I think one of the reasons he's saying it is because like a lot of ADV players have already been taken. We saw Scarf go. We saw Fakes as a potential ADV player.
Mm-hmm.
M Dragon, who I think would probably ADV.
Yeah, Triangles goes for 17K. And by the way, he signed up for Black and White and DPP, but he put non-any for not played, so that he could flex it.
Which means he's gonna play ADV.
Do you think does he actually want to play Black and White and DPP, but he's just probably not going to be able to?
I think he does. Yeah, I think he does want to play those. I saw him talking in some Discord servers, and he said like, yeah, I want to play those. But the reality is, since he didn't put ADV in his not played, he's probably gonna end up being slotted as an ADV player. Just because that's the tier that he always plays in SPL. It's the tier he's associated with. I know he's done some stuff with Black and White and done well. And he would probably do well in SPL in Black and White just because he's really good at Pokemon. But I think, realistically, he's going to start in ADV. He said he didn't put ADV in not played because he was afraid of, if he played a different tier and then he flopped, he was afraid that he wouldn't have ADV to fall back on in that case. And I mean, some managers, they will be sympathetic to I would like to play this tier, even though I didn't lock myself out of my main tier. Some managers will, it just kind of depends.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on how, the rest of the draft shakes out too. They might get there might be some ADV player that they also like that they get for cheap. And then they're like, okay, we can try Triangles in Black and White and see how it goes.
I'm guessing some managers will reach out to players and be like, hey, I see that you said you wanted to do this. If we draft you and we put you in your main tier, is that going to be like a problem? Like, will you be upset about that?
Yeah, those conversations definitely happen. If you're a good manager anyways, which, I mean, again, that's like so much work to have to reach out to like so many people and just kind of feel out what their
Right.
thoughts are. And
That's tough.
Gary the Gengar, also a top black and white player.
I haven't heard
played
about a lot of
AEV at a pretty
RBY.
good level in the past.
There's like that one RBY player, and I don't think a single other one that we've talked about has been drafted.
Yeah, the RBY pool is kind of weird because it kind of got shaken up a bit these last couple years. There was a lot of like long-time mainstays for RBY in SPL that are not playing anymore. But Septros, who the Cryonicles retained, he's going to be an RBY player. And then, other than that, yeah, I think just Serpy.
Yeah, in the chat, the real Skarmory says, I feel like GSC/RBY would be the most valuable because there's not a lot of players. And,
yeah, it depends. I mean, so GSC is another interesting one because the two like big time top every year in year out top GSC SPL players are Fear and Conflict, and they are both managing this year, so they are not playing. So the GSC pool is kind of wide open as well. And I don't think there's anyone who's like really going to get taken for a ton of credits for GSC.
If you really want to,
in the past, like that is a big like. There are some people who are like agreed upon kind of the best player at their tier, and so like getting that person who is going to go like at least 6 and 3 is a big advantage, obviously. And also you can use them in tiebreak. This guy, Heroic Troller, was the best RBY player for a really long time and has like an insane cheat record and won I think he won SPL twice.
Has Gambler Keegan ever been drafted in SPL for RBY?
I don't think so.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, the guy who makes the YouTube videos. I've seen those.
Ruby Blood, GSC player.
This guy's a good GSC player.
How long have you been following competitive? You know, like so much, bro.
I feel like compared to people who like really follow it, I don't follow it. But SPL is definitely my favorite tournament of the year, so I follow that. I guess, I mean, I started following this stuff like years and years and years ago, but really I only got super into it around like 2021. But I liked, looking into the history and stuff too.
Who did the best in ADV last year?
That was McMegan and Bad Dummy. Both had really good records, and both are not playing this year.
What happened to Bad Dummy? Are they just like not really wanting to devote the time right now?
He's super busy. He's like trying to become a lawyer.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'll take up some time.
I think he was going to. So sad thing. I think he was going to play because he was going to get retained for sure. But I don't know. You probably don't know of the story of Zamog, who is the manager for the Tigers.
I've heard of Zamog, but that's it.
Yeah, he got banned because he did some things at a VGC tournament.
Oh, like an IRL event. Damn.
Yeah. He's like a top VGC player, and yeah, it was kind of a big thing online. But yeah, he got banned from Smogon because of that, and he was pretty tight with Bad Dummy, and that I think soured him on playing this year, unfortunately.
Damn, that's sad. Yeah, and then McMegan just like dropped out of a tournament like midway through the tournament because he didn't want to play anymore and just accepted the ban.
Correct. And I think he knew he was going to get banned, and I think he did it because he wanted to not be tempted to play SPL, which is sad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I know in the past McMegan talked like about he's been playing in SPL since the literal start. and I think he's missed SPL. I think this will be like the third time he's missed it.
Like
and
ever.
This is SPL 16. And he talked about like the times where he didn't play, he really, really regretted not playing. So he was, thinking that like that would probably be the case again this year, where he would play due to fear of missing out, and so like he took like the ultimate route to make sure that he couldn't even play at all, even if like he felt that way, because I think he's just kind of not. He's not having fun with Pokemon the last like year.
Damn. Yeah, the equivalent of throwing away your last pack of cigarettes so you won't be tempted. Well, it is what it is. I feel like a lot of people have a complicated relationship with their hobbies where you get like really sucked into it, and sometimes it's good for you, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you want to make more time for like other stuff. And
exactly.
I have no choice but to just believe that he made the best decision for himself, and hope that he comes back around at some point.
Yeah, McMegan is my favorite player ever, and I look up to him like a ton. So I'm sad that this is what happened, but he will be back at some point, I'm sure. This is only a year-long tour ban.
A whole fucking year is crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty serious about, they want to make sure that people can't like, because the thing is like, by saying like I'm not gonna play anymore is kind of like a thing where like if you refuse to play, it means like you could actually like effectively price fix or put yourself on a certain team in team tournaments. Like if you signed up for SPL and you said, I will not play for any team except for the Tyrants.
Yeah.
It's like, it means that
you're skewing things towards that team. Like other people won't draft you.
Totally fixing things for that team. So like if you at any point say, I refuse to play anymore, they're really trying to like, curb that.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Which is fair, yeah. But also I totally get not wanting to play Scarlet and Violet NU anymore.
It was Scarlet and Violet NU that
That is what he was playing, yeah, in SCL.
That's funny.
So Monai went for 9K, which is pretty low because I think he went like 7-2 last year. That was like his breakout performance, but yeah, he's a black and white player. Monai is. Mats. I have no idea who this person is, but they're going for a ton.
It must be exciting to like.
I actually legit do not even know this person at all.
I want to see John Old's name pop up so fucking bad. And that's like the coolest part would be like the moment you see that somebody nominated you, like that you're in. Like at worst, nobody else bids on you and you go to that team that nominated you for 3K. Like if and when we see anybody's name that we know, like it's gonna be so hype.
Yeah, for sure. I do not think I'm gonna be drafted. Just for the record, I did not talk to managers, which is probably something I was on the fringe of being drafted anyways.
You didn't network.
Yeah, I did not. So like kind of my attitude was that if I do get drafted, that's cool and I'll like dedicate myself to it. But if I don't, that's fine too. I didn't want to like, I don't know, might be my fear of rejection or whatever, that if I tried really hard and then still didn't get drafted, that I'd be sad, but we'll see how it goes. There's a couple of teams that I think might, but we'll see. I'll probably be like, if anything, I'll be a 3K towards the end of the draft. Most likely.
Do people ever do like meme picks at the very end because it's like they have their team and?
In SPL, I'd say not really, although there might be like one or two every year. See, do you know that that YouTuber Temp6T or whatever?
Yeah.
The guy who's like, I beat this toxic legendary spammer or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like all of his videos.
Yeah.
He gets drafted sometimes. He's like, I guess he's like sort of a legit player, but I think people draft him just for like the YouTube bump or whatever.
True. Archduck asking, how do I sent you the link. You go to Smog Tours, and then there's like a plus button in the upper right, like next to like lobby and stuff. And here, I'll go to full screen to show you real quick. You click this like plus button, and then you see SPL. We're in the SPL room.
I think you can even just add SPL to the end of that URL and it'll work. Don't quote me on that though.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. I'm just saying that if at the very end they're like, a team is like, okay, I don't even know who. I'm just saying, I think having a Smogon username that is literally Skarmory, I'm wondering if there's a world where someone's like, okay, fuck it, I'm nominating Skarmory.
It's not impossible. The fact that you're like a YouTuber totally helps you, by the way, in like things like that.
The memery, yeah. I have a lot of small things going for me.
Having your name known in general is just a helpful thing, obviously.
The name recognition.
Yeah, Jonald, I think, has a really, really good chance of being picked. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think he really deserves it.
Yeah.
I was telling people like last summer that I think Jonald should start in SPL.
Dude, yeah, seeing like this next generation of gamers rise up into the SPL level and like watch like, dude, like Jonald's like first SPL match, like we're all gonna have to stream the fuck out of that and have like 5 of us just like going nuts. I'm gonna be like drunk. It's gonna be a good time.
Jonald is a beast. Like he's definitely been like one of the like top prospects really like ever that in the time that I've been following ADV, because his rise has been really quick. And I think there's a really good chance he's going to be one of the best ADVers.
How long do you think we're gonna be here? Depending on how long this is, I might not be able to stream the whole thing.
I think in total it'll probably be from start to finish like 3 hours.
Yeah, I think I've definitely got at least another hour in me. But like, yeah, a third hour, that might be like a lot, depending on how quickly this goes. I mean, some teams have already blown through over half of their credits, but then again, you know, there's not going to be a lot of like 30K plus people going anymore, I'd imagine. Is this Cactu, by the way? Eternally?
No. Nope.
It is so confusing to like meet people in Discord, and then they have a different Smogon username, and then they have a different YouTube username, so they're in my chat, and then it's like, okay, so there's Eternally Wandering. Eternally Wandering is Cactu, but like, why does everybody know them as Cactu? I don't know.
That's why I just went against the entire username concept in general.
Yeah, you're just calling. I appreciate that about you. Okay, Edie, that's a good point. I'm saying this while being literally Skarmory on Smogon. But that's the cool thing, is that like I made my Smogon account in like 2011 or some shit and just made it my favorite Pokemon at the time. Which, like, in a casual sense, like I didn't like Skarmory when I was like, I don't know, 20, because I was like, oh yeah, like TSS, like I'm gonna set spikes. It was like, oh yeah, cool Pokemon I found in like Pokemon Silver that like learns Steel Wing, you know? So like I just like made it like it looks cool. So that's why I was Skarmory. Okay, so like what do you want me to, am I gonna give up that account? Hell no. The real Skarmory in this very chat literally commented on my wall like 8 years ago, upset that they couldn't get the Skarmory username on Smogon. And that's just mine. I'm taking it to my grave. I'm sorry. I got it first.
Yeah, for some reason this draft has slowed to a crawl. The last like 3 nominations have taken a really long time.
Yeah.
Stark Sharks. Clean. This guy is like the best like sword and shield player, I'm pretty sure.
Do you play any other tiers?
No. I used to kind of like mess with all of the classic generations. But now the last like 3 years I've really only played ADVOU.
Okay, shit. I'm spreading misinformation on the internet. The person who commented on my Smogon wall that was upset that they couldn't get the username Skarmory did comment on my YouTube channel at some point, but that is a separate person from the person who is here now with the name The Real Skarmory. I thought that was you. There's too many The Real Skarmorys out there. This guy went for 30 a few months ago. Clean is that nice with it? I suppose if you're the best in your tier. They go for 17 and a half.
Like I said, Ray Scarface, he's like a troll in the chat, kind of. He's like trying to get the other managers to spend more.
Discount question mark? Prince, there he is. Spoiler alert, the Revival 3 champion.
So the Raiders are the ones that nominated him. They already have Endil, and they are bidding on him. They could just be trying to drive the price up. And again, Prince can also, he plays RBY as well. He plays a lot of tiers, but he played RBY and SPL last year. So he does not have to play ADV, but that's definitely been the tier he's been focusing on lately. Obviously, he just won Revival, which is definitely a big deal. We were talking about like the most clouded tournaments you can win for ADV. I think Revival is like that next tier.
Yeah, Jonold was saying it's SPL, then Gymvite, then Revival, question mark, then ADV Cup.
I think in Smogon circles, ADV Cup will always be bigger. To like ADVers, Revival might be bigger.
Right. Because if you're like a Smogon like forum main, then you probably don't recognize a lot of like the offshoot kind of like sub communities stuff that much.
I mean, again, ADV Cup is the one ADV tournament a year that like pretty much everyone who will ever sign up for an ADV tour will sign up for, because it's a part of Classic, which is one of the more competitive individual tournaments on the website. So everyone who's trying to win Classic has to sign up for ADV Cup pretty much. So you'll get people who are really good at other tiers, but not necessarily ADV will sign up for that. Plus, every ADV main will sign up for it.
Dude, single limb is so crazy. Just like fact, I mean, like,
again,
go ahead. Yeah.
Remember that McMegan won that tournament, what is it, 4 times? 3 or 4 times? I think 4 times. It's just insane. A single elimination tournament that like 500 people sign up for, and he's won it that many times.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. That's like the biggest mark in McMegan's favor to be called the ADV GOAT, for sure.
That is kind of crazy. Like, I don't even know like how you can dominate something with like the amount of variance that there is inherent to not just the game, but that format where it's single limb best of 3. Like, you can have like one off game a set, but then you have to like lock in and like deal with the variance, and like your prep and decision making just has to be somehow like on the next level of the next level. It's just unfathomable.
It's like sometimes when you're playing this game and you get hacked, you think like, who would play this competitively?
Right.
But then it's like the fact that McMegan has done that, it's super reassuring. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you can be so skilled at this that you can dominate like that.
Yeah. Just like coming from the Smash community where like virtually everything like it's some pools like of like big tournaments will be best of 3, but like for the most part, like if you're a really good player, you're not going to be you're not going to play like other people that could plausibly beat you until it's a best of 5, until it's like a best of 5 setting for the most part. And the reason is because like people acknowledge that like best of 3 like is more subject to, you know, variance and everything. And to come to this community where best of 5 is almost unheard of, except for like grand finals, not even like top 3, not even winners finals or losers finals, was like it was definitely like a big shift in like perspective. And it makes sense what with like the need to like prepare and like have like that many more teams, but it's still just like crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's the thing about Pokemon, is that there's the preparation aspect as well, which is like just as much as the play aspect.
Yeah.
By the way, Prinz went to the Ruiners, which is a team that also already had Lax and Fakes.
And Fakes, right.
So we'll see what they do for ADV.
Yeah, that is curious. Maybe they're going to let Fakes play a different tier.
I'm guessing that probably means they're planning on Fakes in a non-ADV tier. But they could also, you know, Fakes and ADV and Prinz and RBY. But
that's another good point from Jonald, is that best of 5 is also that much more of like a time commitment. And yeah, games can take a long time. Like in Melee, like there's a timer for 8 minutes that almost is never even relevant, because most games will end in like 3 to like 5 minutes.
Yeah, a game going like, you know, a single ADVOU game going for over an hour is not unheard of at all. So to stretch that out, yeah, it's hard to commit that time. But Elodin, this person is another really great black and white player. They've also played, I think they did like really good in DPP Invitational or something. But yeah, he's a long time player.
Jonald played a best of 1 versus Watashi that lasted 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
That's fucked up.
That was for ADVPL, because they both brought. I think they both brought Mischievous. So they were both. It was like they were both. Or no. Jonald brought like Evil Zap.
V5.
Yeah, Suicune, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Watashi brought Mischievous. So it was like, you know, 2 teams where a primary win condition is PP stall. So yeah, it took a really long time.
That's crazy. Minyorb Colin is the other person in the call. You can see our Discord stuff by my face up there. You see what I'm saying? All right, somebody nominate Jonald so we can pop off and move on with our Saturday.
Teams that don't have an ADVer for sure still.
Malekith.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We got Wolfpack, definitely lacking an ADVer.
Yeah. Stark
Sharks. Yep, Sharks lacking an ADVer.
Evergrande Bigs.
Yeah, the Bigs lacking an ADVer.
And the Cryonicles. That's 4 slots left for like a starter. Jonald hoping for Georgie. Georgie is the manager of the Cryonicles. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Malekith only went for 5. Well, okay. So
shit! It's the Cryonicles' turn to nominate. Like this could be. I'm not trying to like overhype the moment, but this could be it.
Cryo's chilling, by the way. They have a lot of credits still, and they already have a pretty good core.
Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah, this is a Markop. Is what he's probably better known as.
That's an ADV.
By the yeah, he was.
Oh, he put not playing ADV.
Yeah, he's not playing ADV this year.
Okay, good.
He was for a long time. Markop was one of the best ADVers. He has not been playing it in recent years, sadly.
Wants to play DPP and RB1.
He did play Invitational this year, and brought like a insane DD tar set, I think. What was it? Can't even remember. It was something insane.
Was it like a Pinchberry?
No. Something much more insane. It was like So I'm hoping maybe somebody in the chat remembers. I don't know. It's like DD Protect, maybe. I think.
Oh my god. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it was completely insane.
That is
Or no, maybe it was DD Counter. I can't even remember.
that's crazy. That's really insane. Like
Yeah, he's not afraid to get creative. He also used Dragonite in ADVPL this year, which is pretty cool.
hell yeah. One of my favorite Mon.
He's going for a lot. This is not surprising. He's like one of the most consistent players on the website. Like always good for a 6-3 record. No matter what tier he plays. Also, fun fact, he lives with PDC, who's bidding on him. So,
that's cool.
That might be contributing to him getting upbid a bit.
The roommate buff is real. Markov used Flareon in SPL one year. No fucking way.
Yeah, in ADV, and it did really well, I think, too.
Okay.
It matched up.
Somebody needs to send me this game. Like somebody needs to send me the replay, like expeditiously.
Flareon is actually like Flareon is very close to legit in ADV, just because it walls Mixments and Charizard really well, and it has Wish and Protect. And it switches into Gengar really well as well.
Oh, sure.
Because it has,
does it have Spadef?
It does. It does have a lot of Spadef. And it's a fire type. The problem is, it's weak to spikes and it's Doug
weak. Yeah.
Trappable. And like anytime you have like something that you're relying on as a wall and it's Doug Trappable, that's always rough. At least Jirachi can get around it by like the threat of Body Slam and stuff like that, and Doug can't switch directly into Fire Punch and things like that.
This is crazy. Gilbert Arenas going for over 32.
Yeah, like I said, I think the other managers are totally trolling PDC right now because they know that PDC has to get him.
At this point, would you just let the other team take him and like be like, okay,
some people would. There's a line somewhere. We don't know where it is, but there is a line somewhere for sure.
Can we get the cop up to M Dragon prices? Oh my god. Eternally is trolling so hard. This is crazy.
Wait a Okay, yeah. PDC is
1 second.
Oh, he
gets it in.
Okay.
Gets it in last second. 5 seconds left. I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, the GG was posted in the chat, and Gilbert Arenas goes for 34.5K. That's crazy. To Cryonicles. Okay, well,
yeah,
this could be good news.
Mentioning that the Cryos had a lot of money, and now they don't. So
this could be good news, though. This could mean that they need to go cheap on ADV. They might have to dig for a diamond in the rough, so to speak, or a diamond that nobody else can recognize as a diamond. Could that be Jonald? Could it be, I don't know, Mayo? Z Panther? Gilbert Arenas was promoted to room driver by Finchinator. I don't know what that means.
It means that he is allowed to bid, I think.
Ruffles.
Giving him like manager permissions. This is like Ruffles is arguably the best Oraz player.
If I have a plus symbol, can I chat in here if I wanted to? Or is it only people that are in the draw?
I believe since the auction is active, it's only people who have at least room driver.
Xtina saying Jonald is not going to be a budget pick. I mean,
I don't think Jonald will go for 3K. I think he will probably not be 3K. But
yeah, I imagine that I think he's worth more than that. Secret is out. Yeah, I guess Jonald is not a well-kept secret at this point in time. That's true.
So they do wow, Ruffles only went for 11. That is pretty insane.
Gilbert Arenas is now a manager for Team Cryonicles. That can happen. You can just draft somebody, be like, "Hey, you're a co-manager now, by the way." Hope that's cool.
He is not literally a manager, but for the purposes of the auction, I guess he is. That's kind of host discretion.
I guess it's also like he is roommates with his manager, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, exactly. what I was going to mention, they do mock drafts for SPL usually. They had 5 mock drafts this year. Okay, so here's another potential ADV. I totally did not even mention them either. Mako or Mako. But yeah, Mako has played ADV and SPL like the last 2 years, so and done pretty well. So.
Oh, so okay, but this is likely. Yeah.
They're also really good at both RBY and Scarlet and Violet.
And Congregation is trying to. Congregation only has 3 players right now, by the way. I guess so does Indie Scooters. So if Congregation takes Mako for like, you know, one of those other tiers, then that would keep the ADV slots open on teams that could have gotten Mako, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, if I had to lean one way, I'll say that Mako will not play ADV this SPL. But a safe pick if you want one for ADV.
John with a good question in the chat. Where can we look at the mock drafts?
Yeah. So in the SPL commencement thread,
yeah,
they post the results of the mock drafts, and the reason I brought that up is because they did 5, and Jonald got picked in all 5 of them.
Oh shit! Okay, so he's expected to get picked.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the mock
drafts. Who does the mocks though?
It's just random people.
Okay.
So for that reason, it's kind of a meme, but it's people who follow SPL as well,
right?
Like follow, tournaments.
I don't see it in the commencement thread. BT dubs.
Yeah, it's gonna be well.
Like people post them like deep in the thread.
This guy Iguana usually is the one who runs the mocks, and he posts. If you go to probably page 4 or 5, you might find the results of one.
Wait, what? Our 5th and final mock. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, Iguana posted many of them. And then everything loads and... Okay, where's Jonald?
If you open the price list,
I could control F this.
Yeah.
It looks like he wasn't picked. Wait, what's his Smogon name?
I think it's just Jonald. I could have sworn he got picked in all of them, though. That might have been the last one. Might have been the only one he didn't.
I'll look at the 4th one. Yeah. Okay. In the 4th one, he got picked by Congregation of the Classiest. Let's see if we've missed anything. Mako went to Evergrande Biggs, who I think we did identify them as needing an ADVer, so that could be a slot for 16.5K. Drakencool.
Yeah, SM player. Sun and Moon is a crazy tier. So the fun thing about SPL, I really don't watch other tiers than ADV except for SPL for the most part. But it's like my one exposure to other tiers all year. And I just remember watching Sun and Moon last year is crazy because it's like either hyper offense or hard stall, it seems like to me.
Sun and Moon. That's Gen 7?
Gen 7, yeah.
Okay. And so that introduced... Don't tell me.
Z moves.
Fuck.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, because Gen 6 was ORS, and that had the Mega Evolutions, right?
Yeah.
And then 7 is Z moves. 8 is Gigantamaxing.
Yes.
And then 9
but
is Terra.
8 also removed like all the past gimmicks.
Did 9 bring any of them back?
Yeah. There's
Well,
like
yeah, because there's Mega
also-
Evolutions in ZA.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
I did play that game. That was a
Yeah,
fun,
Sun and,
like,
Sun and
casual.
Moon is like arguably the most power creeped generation of all because it has like every gimmick up to that point and every Pokemon introduced up to that point, every item, every move, whatever. Like hidden power still exists, pursuit still exists.
What is No Name's name?
I think it's No Name. No Name is a Mushi Leaguer, so that's cool. He's gonna play DPP, I think, though, in SPL.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I recognized that No Name.
Zern, also a former Mushi Leaguer. Gonna play Scarlet and Violet, though.
That's funny. The Mushi League draft is gonna be this month too, right?
I think they might be aiming towards the end of this month.
Do you know if
all the ducks get in a row?
I haven't even talked to Z Panther about it, but do you know is the flock coming back? The flock is basically always there, right?
Yeah, I know Z Panther's talked about like wanting a break. But like he's also been talking about wanting a break for like forever.
Yeah, so it's like, will he
ends
actually
up
take
coming
one?
back? So I don't know. I think Beehole though is not going to be managing or captaining, I guess as we call it in Mushi League. Who was that was Z Panther's like co-captain last season and the last season before that. So we'll see. It's all up in the air right now. I think Buzz like just started like contacting last season's captains to see what their interest level was. Zern going for a lot, by the way. I know that they've put up some good records in Scarlet and Violet, but
Oh, Z Panther confirming. Flock will be back.
oh nice.
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 Indie scooters.
Yeah, Zern was like an OG of Mushi League actually. So like the first like 4 seasons of Mushi League, the Tooth Fairies, which are still a team now, they won like 3 of the seasons, and Zern was on the Tooth Fairies.
Do your wealth of competitive Pokemon singles knowledge?
I know Mushi League history pretty well. That's for sure.
Have you won a Mushi League season before?
We did. We won season 14. We should have won season 15. We had the best season. We had the best team in season 15. I'm still pretty upset about it.
What happened?
But we lost in playoffs to the Flock, actually.
Yo. Was
We
that when
got super
H-Clad was on the
maxed
flock?
I think it actually was. Maybe? It could have been. I don't remember. I know I lost to King of Iron Frisk in my playoffs matchup, which was very sad for me. Yeah, we had the best team that season. I will go to my deathbed saying that.
Okay, so then what happened the week that you faced the flock? Like, did you guys just like fall apart?
Oh, we got hexed in a lot of games. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem saying that. But the Flock had one of the best teams too, because they had Mayo before she cost anything, which is pretty broken. Whenever you get in on the ground floor of somebody who becomes really really good,
that's huge.
An amazing advantage in Mushi League to have like the 1.5 who really should be 3 or whatever.
Yeah, Clat and Mayo with an 8-1 record. Z Panther said led them to the finals.
Z Panther was still like pretty cheap back then too.
Okay. Dragon Spiral Tyrants. They've got Shirok Enjoyer.
Mm-hmm.
People deliberating as to whether No Name actually signed up. Gold Mason added them to the auction.
He was not in the pool apparently.
Wasn't, but they
Oops.
Yeah, they did find the sign up.
Interesting.
Null was also on the team. That's stacked as fuck. God damn. I mean, I know this was like also like a while ago and not like current skill level, but
Yeah. And that was before Or I shouldn't say it. There was less teams that season, I think. So it was like teams were a lot denser.
It says tiers played ADV though. For who? XTino. PJ up for auction.
So the tiers played, where it says that kind of doesn't really matter. That's just like a player saying, "This is
It's
what
a
I
preference.
prefer."
Yeah.
The tiers not played is the one that really matters because that means you're locked out of playing it. So PJ, for example, can play any tier. They just put Oraz as their preferred.
Okay, Wi-Fi Wolfpack. One of the last teams that still needs an ADVer. Like a starting level like ADV player. Dragon
Yep.
Spiral Tyrant says Sheerrock Enjoyer, Triangles. Stark Sharks looks like they still need one.
Yeah.
Endel is here,
Sharks
Fakes is
definitely
here,
lacking.
but next to Prince, so one of those. Mako could play ADV. You said that maybe they won't. But then
Yeah,
Yeah.
she could, but might not. It's hard to say. It just depends on how the rest of the draft goes, I suppose.
JJ09 lie. Just like wanting to play everything. That's crazy. I could hardly even like feel prepared playing ADV. I couldn't
I know,
imagine
right?
like being like, yeah, throw me into whatever. That's just so much.
Yeah, I have huge respect for the people who are like. I mean, there is the attitude that a lot of people have that Pokemon is Pokemon, but still, there's a lot of knowledge just for every
Yeah,
tier.
man, just the knowledge. And like I'm guessing like, you know, you have your Discord and like you're kind of preparing and stuff together but like I don't know. Are you like making your teams? Are you like hoping that somebody on your team feeds you the team that you're going to use? That's just like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. But yeah, I have a ton of respect for the people who are like, can flex and be a top level player at any tier. Which, I mean, there's really only like a handful of those people who like truly can do that, which again is why those people are super valuable in auctions like this. Because, I mean, another thing is like a person, even if they're only playing one tier, if they have the knowledge in a lot of tiers, they can help, you know, throughout the team.
Right.
Which is also a super valuable thing. I think most of the like big names are gone at this point. Although I guess I shouldn't say that. Probably people that just slipped through the cracks.
In other news, like shop mystery boxes will not return next year. This shit is so ass. What is that? What is a like shop mystery box?
Okay, so I don't know if you are familiar even at all. Okay, so this is real quick. This is another potential ADV here.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
He has played ADV in SPL in the past. Has not been playing ADV much at all lately. I think probably more likely will play Sun and Moon, but could be a potential ADVer. And if they go to the scooters who don't... Oh no, they have triangles. Never mind. But yeah, the like shop, I don't know if you're even familiar at all with what that is. But on Smogon, like the last couple years during Christmas time, you can like... You know how you get like a reaction score on your profile on Smogon?
Yeah.
Like, which is just, you know, the number of like reactions that you've gotten on your posts. You could spend your reactions to like get things on your profile, like a banner and random stuff like that. Or also you could, and this is really weird to me, but you could spend to get the label on your profile that says tournament banned. and it's purely cosmetic. Like you're not actually tournament banned, but it says you are,
Yeah.
which like is kind of confusing.
Yeah, it seems pretty fucking confusing. Like, could that be why No Name was not implemented into the pool correctly?
I don't think so, but maybe I don't even know. But yeah, and then you could spend like I think it was like 3,000 likes, or probably not even that many, like 500 or something, to get a mystery box, which is like you'll randomly get one of the potential things you can buy. And I guess Gold Mason is saying they're not doing the mystery box next year. Lazuli, this is a DPP player. Also a former Mushi Leaguer. I could shout out like all the people that have played in Mushi League ever.
That's crazy. How many like seasons have you played in Mushi?
I think my first season, I was like in the server like towards the beginning, but I lurked for a long time. I think my first season that I played was either 7 or 8, and then I was a captain my second season playing. I kind of got thrusted into the role by Mushi himself, actually. Back then,
Mushi's a person.
Yeah, Mushi is a person.
That's insane.
Mushi,
I had no idea.
Mushi Musha, who is like totally not around the game at all anymore. But they're the person who like founded the server and like came up with the entire idea for the tournament. But they handed it off to Zach in like season 10 or something.
Who is Cow?
Cow is a black and white player. He's actually my manager in BKCPL.
BKCPL? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Cow played in Mushi League as well, I think once or twice.
Man, it's a rite of passage, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, Mushi League is like, it's really awesome. So, like, there's nothing like Mushi League.
Yeah, I'm stoked for Mushi League again.
But yeah, so what I was gonna say, the early seasons of Mushi League, we didn't do a draft every season. You would actually like carry over your roster every single season, and then like whenever a new player signed up to the tournament, they'd like basically Mushi would just like assign them at his will, basically, to like teams. Like if it was a good player, they'd be like, okay, this team needs the help more than this team.
Yeah.
It was kind of the Wild West, but I mean it worked okay. But yeah, my first season I played and I did okay, and then my managers like didn't want to play anymore. So then Mushi was like, "There's no one else on your team. Can you please be a captain? I'll help you." And I was like, "Okay," even though I didn't really feel ready for it at that point. But yeah, I've been captaining the Slackers ever since for like 10 seasons now. I did skip one season, but other than that, I've been the guy on the Slackers.
Xtina saying the Houdini Destroyer. My boyfriend suggested that set too. What is that in reference to?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think maybe she's like really far behind on the stream.
Yeah, maybe
maybe she just heard us talk about the Dragon Dance Protect
Oh,
Tyranitar set.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know.
That was forever ago.
That was forever ago, yeah. I don't really I feel like I recognize this name, but I don't know them. Not a Mushi Leaguer, so I don't know them.
I'll be happy if like one of like our friends gets picked. I just want like one of like the rookie ADVers to get a shot, so we can cheer at least like one person on like throughout the season. Do you think the easiest way to get into SPL would be to just get like pretty good at SV, OU, since there's 4 slots per team?
I mean, how easy is it to get good at that? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like actually, I mean, yes, there's more slots, but you know,
It's
that's
also
the
a bigger
current
player
generation.
base,
So it's
right?
like, yeah, that's what everyone's playing. You know what I mean?
It kind of feels like the hardest to get into you could argue would be ADV, because there's only one slot per team and it has like the second biggest player base behind current gen, right?
I think it's one of the hardest for sure. Yeah. I mean, especially because there's certain players that just are guaranteed to be there every single year, and
right.
have
So there's
been,
fewer
for a
slots
long
available.
time. So it's like there's even less slots. There's already only 10 starters, and then there's always going to be triangles playing. You almost always going to be McMegan playing.
Yeah, this is the one year where McMegan isn't playing. This is like your one shot.
Ferdazi's been, in the last couple years, and he looks like, if he wants to be, he'll be a mainstay for sure. Nicole, this is an RBY player. Also a former Mushi leaguer.
Don't really. Some people say that. I think my friend Benji in particular has said that like GSC is like the hardest generation, or like has like the most room for skill expression. I guess the way that he put it was
some
that, like,
people have said that.
Like the better player is gonna win in GSC like the highest percentage of the time compared to like other. But like I'm trying to understand it, because like starting in Gen 3 there's actually like EVs. Like there's unrevealed information just by virtue of you don't know the spread, you don't know how fast it is, you don't know how bulky it is. In Gens 1 and 2, like if it's an Alakazam versus an Alakazam, it's a speed tie, like the range, like there's so much less hidden information, there's so much less like variance. So I feel like the barrier to entry would be like so much lower. I just feel like, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, the thing about what you're saying about, so like there's less variance in terms of set variety and EVs and things like that. But like the way RBY balances it out is that RBY has like a lot of luck variation. Because the way the critical hit system works,
right,
and the way there's just so many wacky mechanics in RBY, and actually I think like a lot of the skill expression in RBY is like how you respond to the variance and things like that, like how you handle it, I guess. For a long time, I think it was sort of agreed upon that GSC is this is the tier this is where like the people who just care about skill play. Like GSC had like a really sterling reputation on Smogon for a long time, and I think it's sort of changed. This guy called Altina, who used to be an ADV player for a long time, but he won the GSC Cup, and he like made this big post about how GSC is like a coin flip tier, and it like all comes down to like sleep talk rolls, and also you like using Jinx, and because sleep is super broken in GSC, and I think that really hurt GSC's reputation.
Yeah, for like the recent champion to be like, yeah, this tier like actually like isn't that
exactly
fun.
Like a person who really does not play the tier wins GSC Cup, and also like he beat Tony Flygon in the finals, who was like the best GSC player one of the best
Tony
for a long time.
Flygon is a really funny name.
Yeah, Tony Flygon also like super old school PokeTuber as well. Just fun facts. And also like a long time really awesome SPL manager. But anyways, yeah, that person to like come in and like beat the best player and win the tournament, and also say like this tier is kind of silly and like needs some work. And I think people have and like the reputation of GSC is lower now. And I don't know, I follow GSC every year for SPL, and like, I mean, that's the thing though, is like people say things like that about like every tier, I feel like, pretty much. But it's like at the end of the day, it's always the same players generally who have the best records. And that's not just in GSC, but that's also in RBY and also in ADV and every other tier. So I don't know.
ABR has joined.
He's late.
He's late by like an hour and 40 minutes.
No Name only went for 65, by the way, which is pretty low.
Yeah, the teams are starting to fill out now. Those teams have around 40,000 to 50,000 left. Circus Maximus down to 33k. Indie Scooters down to 33.5k. The last team that seems to still like very much need an ADV starter would be Stark Sharks, right? Congregation has Gary Oak and M Dragon. Scarfarum is on Circus Maximus. I guess Wi-Fi Wolfpack still needs.
Yeah,
an
Wolfpack
ADV.
don't have anyone. They have Void, who is totally a capable ADV player, but he's definitely going to be playing DPP.
Yeah. And then for Evergrande, it depends on if Mako is going to play ADV. Do you think Gilbert Arenas is going to play ADV?
Remember, he put ADV in his tiers not played.
Oh, okay. So they definitely still need an ADV. So there's like 3 spots left.
Yeah, 3 teams that for sure still need an ADV starter. And then the bigs could go either way.
Fogbound Lake.
This is a SV player. Oh, whoops. Immediately got upbid to 10 and no one said. See, I guess that's the risk with the immediate bid of 10, is that sometimes it's like an overbid.
Yeah. Only bid up from 6, but yeah, that's all you, Chief. Fogbound Lake for 10k. And we're moving. The Roxel. I didn't know the Panthers and the Buccaneers were playing right now. This is like a playoff game, right? Like winner makes the playoffs, like losers like don't.
So yeah, well, okay, so the Panthers, if they win, they for sure win the division. The Buccaneers, I think, still need the Saints to lose.
Oh, do they need
even
help?
if they win or something like that? Because otherwise, I guess the Panthers can win the division that way, something like that.
Cryonical's turn to nominate.
Cryos also have Rob Jr., who's a potential ADVer, but probably not. Ooh, is that the first straight up 3K? Might be.
Could be. Yeah. There they go.
And they get to bid again since it's a snake.
Oh shit, that's true. That's true. Deej.
Yeah, that's the thing about when you get later into the draft. If you're going to nominate someone, it better be someone that you actually want on your team, because there's the potential that no one will bid on them.
They go for 4K. Evergrande Bigs.
I have
We've
no
identified
idea
as
who
a
that is.
team that could potentially need an ADVer. Poak.
ABR has declared himself as a part of the draft.
Does he not have the right role to be a manager?
No, he does.
Okay.
I think that was just his first bid, so he was like the first bid, the first bid that he's done today. Zakaru. So this is actually, I guess, a potential ADV player, but almost definitely a GSC player. Zakaru is one of the, I guess you could say, like founding fathers of Virgin in ADVOU.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
this is like totally his favorite type of team. He's also he's someone who, so generally in GSC OU, in most GSC OU tournaments, Snorlax has a 100% usage rate. Zakaru has actually played GSC OU games in SPL where he did not bring Snorlax, and not as like a meme, but like as like he's like, I didn't want Snorlax on this team.
Has he ever won without Snorlax?
Yeah,
in
I think
SPL?
he's won. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because yeah, that's like the first thing you learn about GSE is like if you don't bring Snorlax, like you're literally memeing and trolling.
Yeah. Yeah, Snorlax is just so powerful in GSC. And not only 100% usage rate in OU, but also in Ubers.
Yeah, that's like the thing that like kind of doesn't make any sense to me is like how could a Pokemon that's like literally the best Pokemon in Ubers be like allowed in OU? It's like a once in a generation, not even generation. It's a once in a franchise thing where it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because it's like Snorlax is amazing, but it's also not broken feeling. It's a weird kind of balance.
Stark Sharks need an ADVer. It has to happen. This is the moment. Dolly.
Not yet.
So who's your NFL team?
The Green Bay Packers. Yeah, I root for all the Wisconsin sports teams. I've kind of already when Micah Parsons went down, I kind of did all my grieving for the season then already. So it's like anything that happens at this point, I'm taking as a bonus. But I'm not really expecting anything.
That's the right mentality. John says
it definitely affected my mental health for like a week though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I've been there.
About sports fandom, so yeah.
I've been watching the Cavs this year. I don't know if you watch basketball at all, follow it that closely, but
used to be super into it, not into it at all right now.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes you go into a season with like really high expectations and then you end up being like very mid. And that's like the worst feeling like ever.
Mm.
It's like if you go into expectations with like, okay, we're gonna be like, okay, maybe we'll be kind of okay, and then you end up being mid, it's like, okay, well this was like within the range of expectations. But to like, it's just crazy because like of all years, like so many of the best players in the East are like injured for like the entire year. So it's like this is supposed to be our year, and we're just like not doing it. We're not doing the thing.
I don't know what I feel like. Just the regular season, it seems like no one cares at all in the NBA anymore. I don't know what the fix is exactly, but
Yeah, it's true. Because like the Cavs won a shit ton of. We won like over 60 games last year, and then
yep.
destroyed the Heat in the first round, and then got punked by the Pacers, completely unexpectedly, and just like another season where we get knocked out of the second round. And so then maybe a part of it is like, okay, well, we're not going to overexert ourselves for the regular season. But this is like beyond, like not taking the regular season like overly seriously. This is like something is wrong.
They're not good at all.
Donovan Mitchell has been hooping. No, RL2LC. I agree.
Yeah, so obviously I'm a Bucks fan, like I said.
Right.
They totally like have made me not care. Just like I kind of like know that they won't do anything until Doc Rivers is gone, and Doc Rivers is somehow still there. Oh, so here's also another potential ADVer that I totally forgot.
Jester.
Will probably GSC instead of ADV, but is a super capable ADVer. Has played and won in SPL in ADV, but also put up a really good season of GSC.
Okay, so we don't want him going to the Stark Sharks.
And he has not played ADV like much at all in the last like 2 years, so probably gonna play GSC.
Yeah, kind of like what Jonald said a moment ago. He says, after the Cryonicles pick, I gotta go. This took way longer than expected. I think I'm gonna stick around for another like snake through. So we're on, who just nominated? The Dragon Spiral Tyrants just nominated. So we're gonna go up to Congregation, come back down to Cryonicles. I'm gonna see both those Cryonicle picks, and I think I'll probably call the stream there.
Cool.
And hope that we see something hype in the meantime. Free Spreek. It's Null. Null, welcome to the stream. Is Spreek, on people's radar? Is there a world where he gets picked?
I think there is, yeah. I think he's definitely a potential 3K buy. Because like a Jonald, he's definitely an up-and-comer that people have their eye on. And
did Null sign up?
He did, yeah. And he could be a potential as well. I know that so me, Georgie, and Spreek all teamed together in ADVPL. And Spreek definitely helped Georgie a lot. So I know Georgie likes Spreek a lot.
Null said they signed up for the free internet points.
That is definitely a good way to farm reaction score, is signing up for SPL.
I get that most people don't actually care, but I like couldn't imagine even like kind of like ironically caring about my my Smogon reaction score. I've had an account for like
actually
15 years.
Some people are actually pretty serious about the ratio.
The ratio?
Number of posts, versus reaction score. Yeah. Gotta have a high ratio.
It's like no better or worse than like Reddit karma to me.
It is actually, we were talking about the like shop. It's very funny to me that like people were pretty serious about like their reaction score sometimes. And then they made a way so that you could just get rid of it. Yeah, I'd like to see Spreek. I think Spreek is really smart. Definitely could help a team.
Yeah, the Spreek, Jonald, Null squad.
All three of those guys are super sharp.
I believe in any of them to, go toe to toe with anybody that's already been drafted in ADV. if like none of them get drafted, I'm probably not gonna watch SPL nearly as much. If I don't have like someone to like actually root for, like I'll root for like Fredazi, but like
yeah.
but he's already like established. You know, it's not like as fun as like cheering on like somebody in like their rookie season. You know, that's a more like fun like storyline to follow along with.
Yeah, Fredazi is just like he's already reached a established starter status. So like the only thing that he can really aspire to now is like established person that you trust in tiebreak or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he's just going to like further his own legacy at this point. But
Exactly,
I want somebody else to like be on the stage, like someone new. Shut the fuck up and savor the moment. We got some characters.
Classiest.
Congregation taking a moment.
I think they've taken some time a few times.
ABR, how do you think your team did while you were gone? I was watching just from phone. I'm about to fire up a fucking
ends up on that team too.
ladder match if this doesn't move forward more quickly. Harshest is nommed.
Yeah, this person used to be called Mars Endback, I think. I think they're going to play DPP or BW.
Is this their first nom on the snake?
I think this is their second. I think.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, whoops.
They happen to purchase the most recent person nom, but the Circus Maximus Tigers.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me. All right, second nom for the Kong.
If I'm rooting for a team right now, it's probably the Tyrants because they have Jester and Fredazi, who are both really cool.
Yeah, I think the person I'm most inclined to root for so far would be Fredazi. DJ Berluminati with a music symbol. That's pretty cool. I didn't know Smogon names accommodated such wizardry.
Yeah.
Okay, only 8 more picks until the Cryonicles double snake picks. We got 10 more picks in the stream, folks.
Oh, I just realized that the Tigers took Cow and Finch, so I guess Finch might not play black and white this year.
Corv, welcome. Corv is rooting for Scarfarum.
Scarf is an awesome player. I definitely abide. Scarf also has like the bounce back narrative this year. Last year was his first SPL, and he kind of got a really raw deal because he got drafted to play ADV and got no support, even though it was his first year. And so he went like 1-4 and got benched.
I thought he'd been around for a while, and he'd never played ADV in SPL before.
Never played ADV in SPL. Yeah. He got kind of unlucky too, and his matchups weren't great. So I think he's definitely got a good chance to bounce back.
Did they ever do awards like comeback player of the year or anything fun like that?
I think they have in the past. Yeah, I don't think they do that. They did that like this year or anything, but they've definitely done stuff like that.
Xtina, the last picks will probably be faster since nobody will up it, and all the budget ADV picks are going to be at the end. Are you sure you want to tap out? I do want to stick around.
It will go quicker, but I mean, I think it's, like I said, I think we probably got at least like a good hour still. So.
All right, I'm gonna heat up a piece of pizza. I'll be right back. I'll hold it down and make sure that nothing like super hype happens while I'm gone. If like they nominate
Okay.
John, if you could just reach out and be like, hey, could you guys actually like wait like a couple minutes? That'd be appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll look at the chat now then. Since I'm in charge of the stream. ACR1. Not an ADVer, so that's good. Jets isn't missing anything. Yeah, I think I don't know, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but I'd be surprised if Jonald is not picked. It would be a very big injustice if he wasn't. Accidentally upbidding yourself is a auction classic for sure. Wait. Oh yeah, that is what happened, huh? Whoops. Oh, it's because Ima did 3.5. Yeah, so all picks is 3.5 didn't actually count. That's what happened.
All right. All right. I'm back. Did I miss anything?
You missed ACR1, who is not an ADV player.
Okay. They didn't draft Tetrafolium or
Tetrafolium is still on the board. Flanky's still on the board.
I don't think Flanky signed up. That'd be so funny though. How can they not pick ZTL3 winner Null? Yeah, that draft tournament. Null hacks the fuck out of who was it? Clurd for the grand finals of that shit. And then they have in like the invitational, in the Hoenn draft invitational round 1, they have a run back, which is gonna be hype as all hell. What pizza?
Yeah, I never really got into draft. It's interesting, but I never really got into it.
I really like draft. I'm a fan of like cheese, pepperoni, like some meats. I'm not like a big like veggie guy. I don't have like super strong like food like takes. Honestly, I'm not gonna enjoy pineapple on my pizza. I'm not gonna make it a core aspect of my personality to hate on people who do. Ladybug last DPP.
Ladybug did play in ADVPL, but probably going to be a DPP player. They played DPP last SPL. Xtina, it's common. Yeah, well, I mean, so every team has to fill out their roster, right? No one's gonna like leave with a bunch of unspent credits. But like, definitely, it's a common thing for people to like drag in their friends who didn't sign up, or maybe did sign up but didn't end up drafted. Z Panther last year, I know he ended up supporting McMegan a lot.
That's
which
crazy.
was a huge deal for him.
Yeah, I think like you told me that like some of the ways that he got better was just playing like a million friendlies with McMegan.
For sure. Yeah, I think it would be hard to get better or to not get better by playing a shitload of games against McMegan. And obviously, McMegan trusted Z Panther as a player, otherwise he wouldn't have used him as a test partner.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty hype.
That's also a good way to like get your name out there if you wanted to do that.
Stark Sharks nominate Genius X. That is
Some
not
people don't
John.
want to do that though, because then you do a bunch of work for a team and then you don't even get a trophy when they win at the end. Yeah, not an ADVer. Shark's probably just gonna wait on their ADV, it looks like.
I wonder who like best available at this point even is. It'd be cool to be able to filter all of the people in the draft based on like their tiers played. Maybe I can do that. I think I can just do that. There's 170 ADVers left. Holy shit. This is all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sea Panther,
I don't know.
Bugle VT.
That must just be people who put ADV as a tier preferred, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would think so. Null, Collins 7.
Oh yeah, I suppose I should look at it. Eden is someone who for sure could get picked. They're like an old school player with experience. Not been playing much lately though. Yeah, we didn't mention Rambode, somebody who could possibly get picked as well. He did get to the finals of the circuit tournament.
Oh yeah, Mioke. We gotta look out for Mioke still. Cyber Odin, apparently. Did they sign
Yeah,
up?
I think I mentioned him, but yeah, Cyber Odin is always an option for sure.
D's cast forms, who I saw being kind of rude in my not in my server, but somebody posted a screenshot of them on ladder in my ladder lore channel being I don't remember the situation, but they were being kind of like not chill. Not cool D's cast forms. Crash Out King. I want to start a Mushy League team and call it the Crash Out Kings.
Oh yeah, there's also Blaze. I think Blaze would probably get picked for DPP though, but she could also play ADV.
Metallica, up for bid.
I teamed with this guy in ROAPL a couple years ago. Cool guy. And went really positive for us too.
H-Clad asking in Mushy if there's still time for him to sign up. H-Clad told me he hadn't like truly like prepped for an opponent in like 2 years or something. If he did sign up, how much like do you think people would be willing to spend on him?
It's really hard to say. because yeah, I think he hasn't super seriously played in like 2 years, probably at least. But also like everyone super respects him.
I feel like if you're a
Obviously.
manager, you'd have to have a conversation with him and be like, hey, like, what level of like LARPing is going on right now with this sign up? Like, you just have to like have a quick touch base and like understand like what the vibe is before you spend the points.
The other thing about HClad is like obviously he's like one of the better ADV players of all time, but he never really did very well in SPL. That's like the one thing he didn't. He never really had a great SPL season.
Yeah, I think he was telling me when we did like the Lantern live stream that like his first like 2 or 3 SPL matches he like lost, and like his first win ever was with this Lantern team, and like before then he was like on a losing streak. And Watashi, that's a name I'm familiar.
Yeah, I think HClad would probably say like his first like several go arounds in SPL were when he wasn't really ready for it. And then by the time he was ready for it, he wasn't interested in it anymore. So it's yeah, he never really got a good shot in SPL. And then a couple years ago, he like signed up but locked himself out of ADV because like he didn't want to play it. He didn't want to play it until playoffs, I think, or something. And then he ended up having to play DPP one week because his team was desperate.
So he signed up and he was like, I don't want to play the regular season. I only want to play ADV in the playoffs specifically. That's so crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that's HClad for you, I guess.
Did they make it to the playoffs?
I don't think they did, but they were like really close. But they had like they ended up having to use Conflict in ADV, who did really well because he's Conflict, but
Conflict is Conflict.
It left them with like they were like struggling. It was like either their GSC slot is doomed or their ADV slot is doomed.
Yo, so by the way, Cryonicle's turn to nominate. This could be it, folks. This could be the moment.
Yeah, they definitely still. I mean, they have Rob Jr., KDCA.
Oh, they just nominated Watashi, so this is their second nomination. Damn, that's not Jonald. Fuck. Is there a max number of players you're allowed to have on your team? Is it like 13?
Okay, so you need a minimum of 15, I think it is.
Oh god, we're still like a ways away.
Yeah. Somebody I think said that the max you can have is 24. But most teams will probably be done at like 16, would be my guess.
Rambo and Mushi. Bro, who's KDCA? They're making people up. River gets nominated. Yo, let's go. You said that she's gonna Ray Scarface last ADV legit, but River wants to play RBY, right?
She said she'd be fine with either RBY or the ADV.
Oh man, this might lock out and otherwise. Oh wow, Wi-Fi Wolfpack locks her in for 3,500. To me, that's a deal. I mean, I guess you gotta understand that the camera up may come out at any time, but still, River is River. Yeah,
I think like going into SPL last year, people were really, really hyped up about River because like she like burst onto the scene. Like I know I talked about how like Jonald burst onto the scene, but River actually like even more than Jonald like kind of came out of nowhere and was like dominating tournaments. So then she got a chance to start last year and it didn't go well. So it's like now people are probably a little down on her. At least compared to where they were. But like I said, River I thought looked really good in Invitational this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I still believe that she's capable.
Tizio Potente AO goes for 3K. And AJ Duncan very pleased with their purchase.
River probably learned from the whole loading slacking twice thing as well. Like
The heatification
prob-
of ADV.
probably gonna play it a little safer if she gets a chance this year. But
I mean, how heat can you even go in RBY?
you can use Moltres or something. Yeah, it's generally there's like 10 or 11 core Pokemon, and then there's like 16 or 17 Pokemon that get seen regularly, and then after that it's pretty fringe.
You can run Dragonair XD.
That's true. Some people do that.
Is that true?
Yeah. Like especially in like recent years, like crazy rap spam teams have like cropped up. So you use Dragonite and Dragonair.
And people are like just okay with this. Like we're okay with rap spam. That's never gonna get patched out.
Some people are definitely not okay with it. Yeah, that's definitely been a discussion.
I don't think I would be able to play that tier. I'm gonna be real. Watch Oomphy Reverend sometime. Sorry, I'm a Gambler Keegan main. I only watch his videos. They can't ban it because it's not broken. We can do whatever we set our minds to in this world, chat. I want you to remember that, okay? Don't let people tell you what you can and can't do. Together, we can do anything.
It is always funny when people are like, a manager will say in the chat, like, wow, that was a deal. And it's like, you didn't bid on them, though.
Yeah, like, well, maybe they didn't need that, like, player's services. Like, they already had, like, that tier, like, locked up.
It is just always funny when people say that sort of thing.
Bro, there's gonna be a WoW pre-expansion patch in 15 days. You don't nom on Charm Flash. That's pretty exciting lore.
That's the kind of scouting that you have to do to be a successful SPL manager right there.
Yeah, you gotta know the player better than they know themselves. Like how dedicated are they really gonna be? All right, indie scooters hanging the fuck out right now. Is there?
we are at the point in the draft where like potential people could get bought as subs for ADV as well.
Yeah. Another person I'd never heard of with every tier played goes for 3,000 credits. I guess it's also like if you're a sub, is there like an expectation that you're gonna like, let's say you're Spreek, okay, and you get picked to like, you know, back up for Dazzy on the Dragon Spiral Tyrants. I guess it comes down to like personalities, but like, is there an expectation that you're gonna like help them prep and stuff if you're just like a sub?
Yeah, I mean that's like what we talked about, where like, you know, managers, you know, communicating with players before the draft, even where it's like, you know, they might ask them, well, you know, would you be happy to sub? And like, if we drafted you not to start, you know, that's probably something that's useful to find out. Because yeah, I mean, some people might have a better attitude towards it than others. I mean, you know, someone like Spreek, who, you know, has never played in SPL before, and is like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, fairly new to competitive Pokemon in general, I'd assume that he'd probably be, you know, just excited to help out in any way that he can. But yeah, definitely depends on the person.
So is there any team left that like still definitely needs an ADVer?
Sharks, for sure. Wolfpack have River now, which is, you know, I think they'll probably take another ADVer, but that could be their starter week 1.
LPZ.
And then LPZ has played ADV at a pretty high level, but will almost definitely play Scarlet and Violet. LPZ was, I think, actually used in tiebreak last year in Scarlet and Violet. So, let's see. Chronicles. I mean, like I said, they have Rob Jr., who that might just be their ADVer. They have Zakaru as well, who could, but almost definitely going to GSC. Watashi, I guess if you wanted to, could ADV, but probably won't. So I think Cryos for sure still need an ADVer. Sharks for sure still need an ADVer. Bigs have Mako.
Someone mentioned Groudon in the chat earlier, and they just got nommed.
Oh, Groudon will play DPP.
He put ADV in GSC, but Blunder with the vouch, and they go for 4K. Starry, so easy. They posted that shit like so many times after getting somebody. Team Raiders still has a lot of fucking points.
Yeah, Classiest are the defending champions, so they get to shit talk more in the draft this year, I suppose.
Is that how the order goes? Like, oh, they get last pick. Circus Maximus goes first, and then it goes down to Cryonicles and then back up, and Congregation gets the 19th and 20th picks. Is that how that works?
I guess so. I actually don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know if it was fully randomized or not, or
running like back to back. If it's like intended this way to, you know, nerf the defending champs would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, that must be how it's supposed to be.
But then like, so going second or going first means you also go 18th. So
yeah, the Tigers were the other finals team last year, so I don't know if it's random other than Classiest or not.
Yeah, that's weird. So like, you get the first pick and the 18th pick versus the 19th and 20th, but then you also get the 21st pick. That's interesting. Yeah,
I mean, again, since it's an auction, like
true, it
matters less, but I mean,
that's
it
a
does
good
matter
point.
to an extent, I guess. But
if it's so easy, then nom. So true, Ray Scarface. So fucking true.
Yeah, the Classiest definitely are the team taking the longest to nominate. I think the Tigers look like they have a really strong lineup, by the way. I like that team. Dark Evian, this guy is a crazy builder in black and white OU. I approve.
Wow, and yeah, they just get them. This does look like it's going to start picking up. You said you like the Tigers team right now?
Yeah, I think that team looks good. #CatchemGamer, which is a great username.
Raiders legend. Yeah, we're starting to shoot up a little.
Whiner. The lore there is that #CatchemGamer, they had like a good record in SPL, and like did some other stuff, and then last year signed up for SPL and did not get drafted.
Oh,
and
that's
then
strange.
Yeah, and then they posted like, you know, all this stuff, and I think they posted in the commencement thread like saying like, how do I not get drafted?
I'm sure that happens like every now and then where somebody just gets like overlooked, and it's like no one's fault.
Yep, it always happens, and people always are like, you know, saying what an incredible snub it was and stuff. But it's just, I mean, like we said, it's, you know, ridiculously hard to be an effective manager and like know everyone.
Yeah, there's just so much going on.
Yeah, I agree. The Tyrants look good as well. I mean, the Tyrants, yeah, they're like playoff mainstays. I think they had all of Solwind, Verdazi, and Jester last year as well. Let's rumble, shall we? I have never heard of this user. It's a cool user, though.
Oh, well, they're getting bid on, unlike some of the recent noms. There they go. I believe. Like, one of the boys will get picked up at worst as a sub. There's just too much talent for none of our friends to get picked. Some may say this is me coping. No, that's not what's happening. This is me being realistic.
Still a lot of picks to be had.
Indie Scooters. They do have triangles. That's a triangles team.
Yeah, probably not a team really interested in an ADV sub that much. Triangles is definitely super trusted and self-sufficient, so...
Stark Sharks coming up, though. If there's like one team that left that basically needs an ADVer, like let's say hypothetically that's the Stark Sharks right now, could you see them like nominating Jonold and then other teams kind of bidding him up because they're like, you need him, so we're gonna kind of try to screw you over a little bit?
At this point in the draft, no, I think not really.
It'd be too risky because you
yeah,
only have so much money left, right?
If you're bidding on someone at this point in the draft, it's because you want them on your team. It's because, you know, if you do bid on someone, you know, you have a really good chance of just buying them for that price. One truly can.
Yeah, Zach PZ has a summary of the ADVers right now. And the only team that he doesn't think that there's a single person that could play is the Sharks right now.
Yep, I agree.
Cryos could have Rob Jr.
Yeah, that's their only
Wolfpack could
real
have
option,
River.
I think.
But if Wolfpack are using River for RBY, that's another angle here. Axel. SV player. Okay, so when we come back to them, you know, there's...
Yeah, I mean,
they still haven't figured out ADV.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're really just they're not. They might not buy an ADV till like the end. And they'll just take, you know, whoever their favorite is at that point.
Gary the Gengar could probably ADV for Cryonicles.
I don't think so.
Says Gainery. What did
I
Gilbert?
mean, Gary definitely could ADV, but I don't think he will.
Spreek saying he thinks that the Tigers will get another ADVer. beyond just well, they have Scarf.
The Tigers, he said.
Yeah, he said that.
I mean, so the thing is, they spent like 20K on Scarf. So, but it'd be, funny if, like, because I talked about how, Scarf got sent in with 0 support last year, and
Right.
He really has no ADV friends on that team right now. So it'd be a little bit unfortunate if that happened again. But
Soulwind Slayer. Fake Nagel.
Yeah, they're that person is super loud about the fact that they're like undefeated in tournament against Solon.
I mean, to be fair,
That's
if I
okay.
was undefeated against Soulwind in tournament, I would probably be pretty loud about it as well. Not gonna lie. My
Coco.
favorite
So
Soulwind Slayer
this is actually
Ban
this is a potential ADD player as well.
Coco.
He's pretty good at all the classic gens, but yeah, definitely a potential ADD player. Goes to the Wolfpack, who have River. Donald.
Yes! Donald makes it! Let's go!
Who picks?
Okay, he's getting bitted up.
And Sharks.
Yo. 4.5. Evergrande Biggs making a play for Donald. They have Mako, but we were not sure if Mako would play. And there he goes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Donald goes to the Evergrande Biggs for 4,500 credits. Presumably to start? Because what were the other... Mako could play other tiers, right?
Yes, Mako will probably play... I mean, they could be looking at Donald as a sub. But I think probably Donald will start in ADV then.
Let's fucking go, dude. Congrats.
And Mako,
Congrats, bro.
Mako will play Scarlet and Violet.
We're gonna stream as many of Donald's SPO matches this season as is possible. Be on the lookout, gamers. It's gonna be hype as all hell.
Also, Zinc just got drafted, who is
Oh yeah.
Moshi.
Yeah, they throw the draft tournaments that Null just won. And they got bought by Cryonicles. Okay, so Cryonicles miss out on Donald.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cryos and the Sharks both bid on Donald, but didn't get him.
Donald is here. You might have, if you're just joined, Donald, you missed the pop off, but we're stoked for you, bro. Gonna watch as many of your matches as we can. Congrats, dude. It's gonna be really fun to watch your rookie season. Hope that you start.
Yeah, let's go, Donald.
Let's fucking go. Let us know if you hear about like whether, because you're on the bigs, right? So we were we've been speculating this whole time, like, is Mako gonna start, or are they gonna have Mako play something else? If you know what the vibe is, let us know, because we're hoping that you get to play as much as possible. Obvi.
Former Mushi Leaguer B or something. They're very good at RBY.
Who isn't a former Mushy Leaguer at this point? You know what I mean?
Everybody's had at least a season or two. Finchinator played in Mushi League even.
Radazzi seems pretty confident that Donald is going to start.
I think so too. Yeah, I think they definitely drafted him to start him.
Wow, Beer something went for 9K. To the Alpha Ruiners. Oh, they still had a lot of money. Or credits. Oh no, they're still getting bid up. To over 10K now. Yeah, so this would comprise over a third of the remaining credits for whichever team ends up And it was the Raiders. This is not updated. Yeah, so they have less than 20,000 credits left. That is, that's sick. I'm glad we stuck around for that. Zinc also got picked up. I think it's clearly not impossible that additional ADVers will get picked up, but I was only planning to stream for like 2 hours. We're at 2.5 now. Sadly, I think I'm gonna call it, but I'll definitely be checking my phone to see if other people get picked up. Colin, good luck. I hope that you can get picked up as a sub. That'd still be super hype.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm cool either way. But yeah, this was fun.
I'm really grateful for you joining up and helping provide a lot of context for some of these decisions and all the players. So shouts to Colin. Thanks, man. And
You got it.
Battle of the Week is tomorrow, I believe. So I'll put out stuff about that. Tune in and have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.